We're Robin and Steve. In the last episode, we left you submerged off Keswick Island. We've been island hopping so much it's easy to suffer from island confusion. Let's sort that out. So we sailed from the Percy group to Digby Island to Scawfell and St Bees, but the scale of my model boat with this chart is all wrong. We're here between St Bees and Keswick Islands, and in this episode we head to Brampton, Goldsmith, and finally to the Whitsundays, which start at Thomas Island. Off the coast of Airlie Beach, Queensland, are the Whitsundays, 74 continental islands of various sizes. I used to think of coconuts when I thought of tropical islands. This coconut from Middle Percy Island was one of the last we had because rats climb and eat the coconuts before we can even get any. Tragedy in paradise. But here between St Bees and Keswick Islands, we still had a coconut to enjoy. Once moored, we explored the beach and rock hopped a bit and kayaked. And of course snorkeled. Then it was off to Brampton Island. In the 1700s, Cook sailed through here 7 weeks after Easter on Whit Sunday, a Christian holiday. That's how the Whitsundays got the name. It was a bit intimidating having the HMAS Brisbane steaming straight towards us. And then once ashore, having it sail past our little boat. See little Rakali on the right? Dwarfed by HMAS Brisbane. Don't know why they were circling the island, but nice day for it. Islands we'd visited recently didn't have walking tracks, so we were keen to kayak ashore and walk up to the Brampton Island lookout. There was once a resort here, but it's been closed since 2010. Everything's a bit overgrown. This is the only track available to visitors. Nature's slowly reclaiming it. This leaf sculpture is a green ant's nest. It was really nice to be in forest again. Remember that green ant's nest? There'd be no leaning on these handrails, but the view of that channel between Carlisle Island and Brampton Island was breathtaking. In case you're wondering if there are snakes on this overgrown walking track, yes, there are. So Steve was a bit jumpy once this had been confirmed. For me, it was like a dream to be on a deserted, tropical resort island, complete with mysterious old railway. So cool. The beauty of sailing around here is that you really don't have to go very far, and there's so much to see. The hardest thing is deciding which island to stop at, and the weather usually dictates that. Next stop, Goldsmith Island. After some bird watching.
Hello. Yeah, hello. Stand here. Over here. Hello. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, we wrecked it. This guy land. No, there. Just down there.
Goldsmith Island is part of the Smith Islands National Park, which include other Smith names like Silversmith, Tinsmith, Ladysmith. But here at Goldsmith Island, we've attached to the mooring buoy and hoisted out of the water to stop it from banging on the hull in the night. Then we were treated to a dolphin show.
I can see the fish moving.
Yeah. They were working together to feast on fish.
And there's the turtle just concentrating.
All this island hopping makes you hungry, and Steve had had a craving for scones. Now nourished with scones, I took a trip ashore by myself to gather some movement ideas for a film I'm working on. It was a funny little project, but I wasn't bothering anyone. Oops, except that branch. Fancy boat alert. Luckily, we don't care about keeping up with the neighbours. Next we headed to what many refer to as the southernmost island in the Whitsundays, Thomas Island. And there's a teeny island off Thomas Island called Young Tom. We went ashore and wanted to walk around it. There's no track, but some crunchy coral and some fun rock hopping. I adore the sound of footsteps on mounds of dead coral. And then we climbed through giant boulders. Once we'd circumnavigated Young Tom Island on foot, it was time to get our flippers on. Steve caught us lunch. Coral trout. Back at the boat, this fish seemed to have just moved under our keel. A few episodes ago, our drone took a swim, but almost miraculously still seemed to work a little bit. Steve was keen to take it for a spin. We certainly don't recommend that you take your drone swimming, but this one had at least some life after a dive. We'll leave you in the water with your virtual flippers on. We've seen beautiful, healthy corals and some devastated corals. Join us next time as we see corals good and bad and take some great walks in the good barrier reef.